Whether or not you have a formal product operations team, because you are building, designing, and shipping products, you have product operations. It's the way in which your team decides how they're going to build products. And it's critically important to get your product operations into great shape in order to encourage the product management habits you want on your team. So, for instance, if you want your product managers to be talking to users frequently and using that data in order to inform what they decide to do and what direction they go in, you really need to make it easy for them to talk to those customers. Make sure that there's the infrastructure in place. And this goes throughout the entire product development lifecycle. And so, one of the things that I've developed is a product operations assessment. This helps you understand how your team is currently performing, where the product operations are stronger, and where there's more room for improvement. We use the 4 areas of product operations in order to separate and understand, segment out how your team is performing. So it's evaluated on qualitative user feedback, understanding your user, quantitative, so understanding your data, the product team communication and sense of team ownership that the developers, designers, engineers, and anybody else who might be on your product team has, and then the level of interdepartmental communication. So are the other departments that your product team is working with understanding what's going on within the product department sufficiently in order to do their jobs? So let me dive in for a quick tour of what the assessment looks like. Here we are within a completed product operations assessment. So as you can see, it starts with a summary of the work that was done, as well as a high-level list of concerns. A walkthrough of the process, right? The interviews that we go through, the surveys and how many people participated, how the synthesis worked, the analysis, and then the collaboration to come up with next steps. So within the process, there's always a survey that gets conducted and then a summary of the notable survey results. This allows us to get a wide variety of different people to share their thoughts and opinions on what's going on. There's then also interviews. Interviews are done both within the product development organization as well as with key stakeholders, such as in marketing, sales, and other go-to-market teams. All of the data from the interviews gets written up and categorized according to topic and summarized. This all then feeds into the analysis. So here we take each of the 4 pillars and then mark where there are areas of strength where your team is performing especially well and areas of opportunity where there are things you can think about improving. From here, we'll work together in a workshop to prioritize those different areas of opportunity and strengths to decide where is it that you want to capitalize on those strengths and where do you want to target some of those areas of opportunity. And then finally, we work together in that same workshop to identify some of those top areas we want to target and come up with opportunity solution trees on different ways in which we might be able to have solutions to improve and take that even further. If you don't understand where you are today, it's really hard to figure out where you're going in the future. I believe that you should be treating your product organization with those same product development principles that we use in product development and product management itself. So that means that one of the key pieces here is doing research, understanding your user, understanding what you're trying to achieve, and getting a sense of the current situation. The product ops assessment is the best way in order to really get a full 360-degree view of what's going on in terms of your product development processes from an outside source. So I hope that this was useful for you. And if you want to talk further about conducting your own product ops assessment, please do reach out